Alright, I'm shooting this with my iPhone, so I don't know what the quality's going to be like. Bring you up to date on what I've done. I tested the touch-up paint on this 65 Bug. Apparently this car's been repainted with a Ford color because the touch-up paint was Ford something. And it looked like it matched pretty good, so I'm going to sand this out now and get it nice and smooth and see if we can't get the door looking a little bit better. Safe from having to paint the whole thing soon. Okay, I'm on the other side of the car now, the other door. You can see I got this rust spot here that's right at the hole, luckily. I took the trim off and I cleaned under the trim because it was dirty. And I haven't sanded this out yet, but you can see it's dented in. I used that and this. I was going to use that, but I didn't. I put this up inside the door and beat on it with this, and it was worse than it is now, but it's still an indentation there. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to try to do, is take this bolt and stick it in there, put a washer and a nut on the other side, and then I can manipulate that a little bit from the inside, from the outside, if that makes sense. So we're lucky we're near a hole. Try and get it done without any body filler, but I might have to skim it. We'll see. Alright, I got the bolt in. There's a washer on the inside. I'm just going to grab it with these pliers, give it a tug and a pull, and I got to turn the video off though. I need both my hands. Alright, I got the dent out for the most part. There's still a slight. I could probably get away with just painting and putting the trim on it would be barely noticeable. I don't know if I'm a Bondo it or not this time. But basically what I did with the washer behind it, I had a little weird dent up here and then a crease down through here. So what I did was I worked on the crease down here first by turning the bolt up so the edge of the washer would get a hold to it and just pulling it out real hard. And then I was able to fix the top just by leaving the washer flat and pulling it out and slamming it, and it got really smooth. And it was a pretty deep dent in the very beginning before I pushed it out with my hand and then did that. So we'll see how this door looks when I throw some paint on it. There's my partner. Okay, I put a little Bondo filler on there, and you can see the metal through it. It's just right down this line here. It's still slightly dented in, and I hit it with I think 400 grit, and now I'm going to wet sand it. Started with 80, then did like 200 and 400. Same with this side. This one is pretty smooth to the touch. I really can't feel anything, and it was right there. It was eaten up with rust. It hadn't gone through, but it left a little bit of a cancer area, so I got that hooked up. Alright, so now I'm gonna wet sand it with that high-tech bowl of water and see where we get to. Okay, it pretty much looks dent free. And there's a couple little pinhole marks there, but when I put the trim on, it should cover it up. They say I'm not going for, immaculate, brand new. I'm just going for clean it up so there's no obvious distractions. And see, this one is, stand back so you can see the whole door. That one looks like it's gone too. But if you look really hard, you can see a discoloration right here because I ran out of paint. And I might wet sand this and spray it again. The whole car's got like a rough feel to it. It wasn't done right, but for cruising around and enjoying for a while. Heck yeah, quick fix. No obvious dent there now. Got lucky I didn't get any overspray on anything. So, thumbs up. And there it is with the trim put back on. No more dented rusty spot. Now of course this video is just, I'm showing updates on what I'm doing to my bug. It's not how-to videos. I got hubcap. I need to either get it re-chromed or buy a new hubcap. The rest of them look pretty good. And I think I'm going to paint the rims to match the car and then put the chrome hubcaps and stuff back on. But there's a lot I got to do. Like I got to get the seal for this. They didn't put the seal back in when they painted it. And I think there's a hood seal too. There's no hood seal there. You got to get new lights. Or glass, plastic, whatever, and seals. But for the most part, for cruising around, I think it looks alright. It doesn't need to look brand new. It will one day, but it's an old car. If I wanted a new car, I'd have bought a new car, right? So, you can see the glove box. It's all fresh. I think I need to adjust it up a little bit more. But you can see the dash, how it's got cracks in the steering wheel. I think it gives it character. It's all cracked up here from the heat. Don't leave it like that though. But the glove box had a lot more rust on it, and people had written on it, so I took it apart and sprayed it. I think it looks pretty good. A little bit off color. But there again, it's not dirty. It's more the color of the car. That dashboard's the original color of the car, which is a little whiter than the car is now. And you see this door. Again, it looks way better. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty cool. Quick, took me, however long it took between drying, maybe 3 or 4 hours to do the 2 doors and the fender. There was a rusty spot on the fender. We'll get some of that cancer away until I get around to painting it next year. Alright, peace, chicken grease.